Today we'll be making this variation on the classic wagon wheel granny square. I call this one spokes and posts because we've got our wagon wheel spokes and what look like little fence posts around the outside. If you'd like to start with chaining 3 and double crocheting into the first chain stitch, you can do that. I prefer to use a magic circle only because it offers me more control over the size of the circle in the center here. To start, let's chain 2, then 11 double crochet in our magic circle. We should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stitches. Tighten up our magic circle, and then to finish we will slip stitch in the top of that beginning chain. For the next row, let's chain 4, then double crochet followed by chain 2 in each stitch. Alright, we've come to the end of this row. To finish, we will slip stitch into the top of that beginning chain. And we have our spokes. Next, chain 2, then 3 double crochet in each chain space. All right, we are just finishing up row 3. To finish this off, slip stitch in the top of the chain. For the next row, chain 1, then work 2 single crochets, a half double, a double, then in the next stitch we're going to work a double, a triple, and chain 3. Then we're going to work our way back down. The stitch will be a triple and a double. Next is a double, half double, then 3 single crochets. And we'll just keep doing that around the whole row, and this will create our square shape. We just finished our last corner chain. Next we will triple crochet and double crochet in the same stitch. Then a double crochet, then a half double, now on all the other sides we worked 3 single crochets in the centers. We started this round with just 2, so let's slip stitch into the first one, and this will count as our 3rd single crochet stitch. Next round, chain 2. This is going to be our fence post round. In between each corner group of stitches, we're going to have 5 fence posts spread equally through, separated by a chain space. And there will be a skipped stitch in between each post. So here's our first post. Chain another to be our space. Skip a stitch, double crochet, chain 1 into the next, skip a stitch, double crochet, chain 1 into the next. Now we're going to skip this stitch and work into the corner. The corner stitch, we'll do 2 double crochets, chain 3, and 2 more double crochets in each corner. 2, 3. When we get to the next side, we need to chain 1. We're going to work into the first double crochet we come to. Chain 1. And the top of the half double crochet. Chain 1. Then we'll work into the center single crochet from last round. And repeat that around. Here's one more look at working the corners for this row. So we've done the last double crochet post on this side, chain 1. Now we'll work 2 double crochets into the corner space, then chain 3, 2 more double crochets into the corner space, chain 1. We'll skip the first stitch, work a post into the second, chain 1, skip the next stitch, work a post into the next. Now to finish, we're going to slip stitch in the top of that chain from the beginning of the round. Being careful to leave a chain space there. You don't want to slip stitch into the top of this first post, but the chain stitch that's right before it. And if you worked this row correctly, in between the corner groups, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little fence posts. On to the last round. Let's chain 2. Now we're going to work 2 half double crochets in each of these spaces. When you come to the corner, we want to half double crochet in each of the double crochets from last round before we start working our new corner. So there's 1 and 2. Now in the corner we'll work 2 half double crochets, and chain 3, then 2 more half double crochets. Same thing on the other side. We want a half double crochet in each of the double crochets from last round. And then 2 half double crochets in each chain space. I'm just about done with row 6 here, just working the last few half double crochets. In the last chain space, you only need to work 1 half double crochet That beginning chain will count as our second. Finish off. Slip stitch in the top of the chain. Pull the yarn through. And there it is, my version of the wagon wheel granny square. If you want, you can work that last row in either a single crochet or a double crochet. The reason I went with half double crochet is so that my squares would be 6 inches by 6 inches. Just wanted a nice even number for designing the overall size of my lapgan. And we're making progress.